in 10 seconds. 9. Do I have time for a 5-second joke? 3, 2. I'm live. When I say where you at, you say right here. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Type shit. Ah. Type shit. All the kids. Keep going on about. Fuck a private, spending on my personal account. Gotta hawk it to ya. Hiding poison in my mouth. Glands holding the components to a copious amount. If I find out, coded in directions that you're out. If I find out, if your loyalty leads only to contention and a drought, the confession that you flout will only poison you with. I've been hacking weeds. Crazy if you sprout with a sprayer that I tout. I'm cleaning layers of the ground. When it's ready for exposure, pick the pen up like a joust. Defending any venomous behavior as aroused from the doldrums that the devil tries daily to pronounce. If the devil tries his trick of speaking only when I bounce, I'm spinning off of Raven like it's Corey in the house. The chamber that I open leaves a hole where you pronounce. Choke on every word till it breaks up your gastronomy. Misshapen due to quantity. My circle takes in quality. You say what you've been banking on. Thoughts of your economy. Watch how much consumption interrupts in your autonomy. Reserve your reactions to the actions of the colony and really only speak when you can teach. Instead of following, you live the life of bad advice. Lost some opportunities. Good old ticker tape parade full of the caution that you threw. You're exactly who I'm thinking of. The consummate made a plan. Shut the solar door. I'll go and oscillate the fan. While I roll out a board, we can find where it fits. You can move to the front. No one minds where you sit. On approach, I will interpret what it was I tried to draw for you. I pinned up a bunch of pictures. You're like, are we taking down the mafia? Look closer. And you'll notice that there's Polaroids of each of you. The orders are to make a line and take yours to your seats of you. So glad to meet with you. Break bread and eat with you. Skipped initiation, there's a reason this is reaching you. I broke the algorithm to reveal the infrastructures built by the society of real motherfuckers. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? That's you. Welcome to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe Wednesday night open mic chat. Give it up for yourselves for coming to the second mic that I'm hosting of the year 2026. Thank you for coming on a Wednesday night to a wonderful show. How many people have been to this open mic before? How many people is their first time at an open mic? First time ever. Don't know what the fuck's going on. Let me tell you what an open mic is. Okay, at least what I facilitate here. My name is Brian Acosta Arya, also known as Brian the Motel Guy. You can Google me and find what that all means. The open mic that I facilitate is a good one. It's a nice, safe space. There's no competition here. Okay? This is not a talent show necessarily with a prize at the end or a winner or anything like that, right? Your prize is that you get if you get to be up here performing in front of us to let your art out, all right? With no judgment and no pressure to be good or to be perfect or to be even professional. Okay, so I hope that you utilize this space for that. Be as free as possible. Remember, chat. Speaking of chat, hello, live stream out there. What's up? All right. Eggplant emoji, water droplets, peach emoji, nasty. You already know what I'm talking about. Nasty ass motherfuckers. I didn't even say anything. All right. Hi, Wild Wednesday's crazy. Hashtag Wild Wednesday. Wonderful. Hi, chat. All right. This is New York City where anything can happen. You're going to see wonderful acts tonight. Poetry. Is a comedian here? Come on, Dan. Say words. Okay, thanks. You're a comedian, for God's sakes. We got a comedian here. Maybe some magic. All right, you're in for a treat. And for everyone else in the audience, you're in for a treat as well. Okay, remember, chat, when I said there was a secret third category of rules? The motel guy rules. I'm the motel guy. Here's the rule. Okay. No ego, right, Daniel? We don't mess with egos here. Paul, no egos here. Okay? Let me explain. First, for the performers, right? We know how important ego is, right? Some people think that you can't even eat without your ego. It's your identity. It's everything that has made you into you, and especially if you're an artiste, right? It informs your art. It colors your art. It compels you to even sit there when no one is around and create things on your notes app or a notepad or whatever the case, or an easel or a whatever, or a notebook, right? That is the ego, right? But I've been doing this enough, packed with my ego, walk into open mics where ego doesn't serve me, especially in this public setting. It cripples me sometimes. I walk into a space like this sometimes and I feel like there's competition, right? I have to be on the same level as other people professionally or whatever in terms of expertise, how long I've been performing. I hate it. I hate the ego. So for you performers, just bring your art up here. Just let it go, because you work so hard to make it. And for you audience members, this is a live show. So kill or stifle the compulsion to scroll. You can't scroll. Can't scroll away from this, baby. Nope. If you feel a little weird about what you're watching, if it's not up to your taste, if you don't like what the person looks like, you cannot escape it. You must sit there and maybe just examine a little bit, right? Maybe you'll like it. No ego, because the ego is the thing that causes the cringe. Ugh. We hate that word, cringe. That is like the new thing. People don't even go to live shows and touch grass because of the cringe. No cringe here for you performers or audience members. Luckily for me, come in. Sign up for our open mic. Thanks for coming. Luckily for me, before I enter this open mic, I do get rid of my ego. I leave my ego at home. I walk amongst this world egoless. What about you guys? Anyone leave your ego at your apartment or house? Yeah, you. Okay, no ego there. Anybody else? All right, don't worry about it. I'll do you a favor, chat. If you haven't left your ego at home, because it's very important that there is no ego here and that we're all on a level playing field, all right, I'm going to request you give me your ego. All right, actually, I did keep mine here. I didn't leave it at home. Here it is. Ugh. Count of 3. I need you to toss me your ego into this bag. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeet. Kobe. Oh my gosh. Daniel. You won the fucking slam and now your ego's all fucking heavy and shit? Look at this motherfucker winning the Monday slam. My gosh, chat. Ugh. You know what, Simone? I'm going to throw it to you. Ready? Catch. There you go. You can pick it up from Simone on your way out if you want to. But at the end of this wonderful experience together, again, we're going to be family at the end of this. I don't think you'll even want your ego when you walk out of here. All right? Amateur, those that have took a year off or whatever the case may be, again, level playing field. All right? We're all experience each other in real time today at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe open mic. Okay. So I already gave you the rules of what the open mic is and how long you got, chat. Thank you, Sonderbat. I appreciate that. Okay, but here's how it's going to go. All right, I'm gonna use some baseball terms. Don't get lost. All right, so when you come up here, the first person at bat, I had it. Where'd it go? There you are. Okay, first up the bat is Heather. Heather, where are you? Heather, thanks for sticking around, Heather. All right, I'm going to use a baseball term like on deck. All right, on deck is Maxwell. There you are. All right, on deck means you're going to warm up at the plate, your seat. All right, you're going to just get locked in and ready to perform, but you're not up yet. First, we have to have Heather. Are you ready to do open mic? Yes. All right, can I get a non-secular amen? It's a non-secular amen is just a. Okay. That was a joke. Okay, so all right. Again, Maxwell on deck, but coming to this stage. Give it up for Heather, y'all. Energy. We gonna be here all night. Let's fucking go. Heather's here. All right. Let me adjust for you. Take it away.
Hi, and thank you for having me. And thank you to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe for hosting. This is called Tender. Oh, and I apologize for having to read it. Tender. Go and see if love isn't the biggest risk of your life. All the inner desires dying with every kiss. You thought one thing, And the child inside you led you down a black alley and said, "Eat. The walls are made of nothing. Though you sit down in the tunnel starving to death, you eat. Love, a light, a hole in the wall, a well in the soul, a fire in the house, a bombed wall. Any fool enough to risk it surely dies. No death, little one."
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks. This is called For Papa, My Mother. My mother's father can't speak, my mother can't speak. My mother's father can't think, her mind is clenched within it. My mother's father can't eat, my mother starves in his pain. She says he will be entering heaven's door, but it leaves all others confused and speechless before it. My mother cries against the door as if she were another side. My mother's father goes in. He is the door. She opens herself for him. In goes my mother. Who has died? Who is dying? Who is alive? Who is living? Who moves on? Who is moving? Here for you. I've seen the night, each and every small shard. It's every bit as terrifying as they say. All is fury and red, blood the shade of rust falls from your hair in chains, whips the ankles where you walk. You bound, you prisoner, the night is your shadow. I won't talk to you of dreams, of the other side. I won't tell you about the abyss. You know a fall when you're drowning and when you finally lose all air. You know death. I told the God of hell. I told the God of heaven. I buried the last man. Here's my hand. Take it. This is called Jonah Me. I don't know if you all know the story of Jonah and the big fish. Probably you do. So, Jonah Me. I thought it was that if sensitive then strong, if yellow then blue, if multiplication then division, if open, more opens. But the world's laws and the soul's laws are orbiting an unknown star. They are the same soul. I still believe it isn't that I'm out of sync, that my sun is jilted. What dark is this? We think we see. What sun of mine did I let glow? Perhaps a little too long? No. I was not too long to see behind so many moons. Where are your eyes? I am talking cosmically. I am talking a dervish. I am talking a swooning woman. And swooning and standing and walking around and working, oceanic muscle, black bottom, fierce-legged waves, laws of our two worlds jumble in dual seas. Jonah me now. Even now. Even now. Even now. Paul of Damascus, heartbroken. What is this new agony? Oh, just the sight of the traveler, just the sight. Oh, my heart has eyes I did not know. I thought I could see enough. Now this new sight blinded my eyes, rolled back into my head, my eyes. They have seen such bright suns, but I had never looked right in before. Now I know why they say not to stare. I stared. Agony to look away. There was a time where I really thought of myself as Eurydice from the Greek myth. I was a little obsessed with death, and I still kind of am. There's this Eurydice in a box. Then there it was, death for Eurydice. A giant emerald white snake crawled up through her mouth and slid through her tongue, stood up straight in front of her, opened its mouth to ask Eurydice, knowing what it was to look back, closed her eyes. Yes, she said, do it. And the snake's jaw opened over her head, and the snake took her in its mouth, swallowed her alive. And the snake shed as it swallowed Eurydice so still, opened to being consumed. Taken over, she held nothing there. The snake, where did it go? Once its mouth swallowed what it could to devour, Eurydice remained, her eyes closed, open to this new white, white oxygen, new air. Thank you very much.
Give it up for Heather, y'all! Okay, I forgot. Daniel, I messed up here. Daniel, did you sign up? I'm looking right at you. I forgot something, Chad. Let's practice some crowd participation. All right, let's be supportive for those brave souls that came up here. All right, I heard a little snapping. Did you know that Nuyorican Poets Cafe? That's where it was invented. The snapping, right? With our founders, this cafe came not from a cafe, but a small living room, and to not disrupt Abuela, they had to do snapping, and now it's synonymous with the poetry scene. It's an incredible thing, but it came from here. Right here at the NPC. How about some, if we like something that we hear, okay. We can stomp a little bit because the only thing we're bothering are the rats. All right, if you really like what you hear, some stomping is fine. Let's make some noise. We're family here. Okay, nice and supportive on deck. We got Dan Laitman. Dan, where are you? There you are. Thanks, Dan. All right, coming to the stage. Give it up for Maxwell, y'all. Yes!
Many blessings. My name is Maxwell. I perform under the title Grateful Lord I Am because, Lord, I am grateful, and I'm happy to be here with y'all tonight. I'm from the home of the scandalous, Castle Heights, West Los Angeles. Lokes in them essays, my handlers, if we don't let God first. Rock on the Bible, I'd rather love my enemy than put a Glock to a rival, you know? I'm still living in the brain of a thug, but baptized in living water and sustained through the blood. I can't keep putting down this cross to be comfortable, because I know the evil one will always give me something to be crutched by that ain't the Lord and not my Savior. Reasons to dismiss my very natural behaviors that are sinful, trifle, and wicked. But Jesus is the doctor for my sickness. He is the way and the ticket. I got grace from him, so I'll never turn my face from him. I'm living in the light of the sun, the only one. I have faith that I'll be cured from disgust, from judgment and treachery, from treason and from lust. I'm in a season of busting out my shell to be new again. The Holy Spirit clued me in ways to undo my sin. Rest assured that the blessings will pour. Worldly sorrow keeps stressing the poor, but the lesson endures. Christ Jesus begs for us to lessen, and more clarity will reach that we can just rest in the Lord. The cornerstone right next to the core. Father, please forgive me for being sexually impure. I was vexed and unsure of seeking guidance from wisdom that wasn't your holy words. I was mixing up every decision, padlocked in spiritual prison. Then he broke the chains free on the day he was risen. See, Satan tripping and really wants me back in his clutches, but I'm here to speak truth to every lie he discusses. He took the pain from me. Jesus took the rain from me, so I'm heated by the light of the sun. It just begun. See, I can't forever be basked in disturbance or fall to every minuscule occurrence. That's blessed assurance. Dodging deterrents, swim against currents. The Son of Man said not to be anxious. We got holy assurance. Divine sanctities, consecrated and concentrated. Praying thankfully, honored and exonerated. On to a calm estate, it's great to be at peace now. Walking away from chronic danger of getting beat down. The world says, don't be a sheep, but be the goat. I deny that and follow the shepherd right up the slope. Fearing God brings me hope, but fearing you brings me trouble. I'd rather please the angels than have my death sentence double. I'd rather cut off my hand than into hell whole. I'd rather rip out my eyes than to stare at gold. On this narrow road, eager to bear the toll, I've been delivered from things you wouldn't care to know. Living in the mercy of forgiveness without being weighed down by the specifics. Bump the ballistics. By grace we've been saved and raised up. Seated with him at the heavenly place, we changed up. Remember, I'm from the home of the scandalous. Castle Heights, West Los Angeles. Plenty gangbangers and panhandlers. But to them all, I hope to be a faithful evangelist, and only with God can I manage this. Appreciate y'all. Social media, grateful Lord I am. And that's it. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Many blessings to all y'all. Much love.
Yes! Give it up for Maxwell. Oh, man. Thank you so much. Love the conviction. That was very powerful, Maxwell. Thank you so much for sharing, brother. Good stuff. Okay, on deck we got Ave Maria. And we have our feature here, too. Court Warrior. Court's here. All right, the feature will be on stage in a little while. But first, the comedic stylings of Dan Laitman, y'all. Make us chuckle, Dan.
I love doing comedy after watching something like that. It's like the most depressing shit imaginable. Now, jokes. So yesterday I was sitting in the bathroom at 1 a.m. Like, I was on a bidet, but at that time it was a benight. I have OCD, and my little sister says it's OC Daniel, which is really cute, but it does not work for other diseases. Like, you can't call something a sexually transmitted Daniel. I think it's ironic that if you play a lot of craps, you need to get your shit together. I'm making a fighting game made up of old Jewish women called Mortal Kombat. I have schizophrenia, that is true. And they say in comedy that when you're nervous, you have to imagine the audience in their underwear. I do not have that choice. But me and my parents have formed a charity called Team Daniel, and it's helped like thousands of people, and it's amazing. But we are a cult. But like, we're a good cult. Like, we have Kool-Aid, we just spike it with cardamom. Like, we're a cult, but we're quirky. I daydream a lot. Like, my body is a temple, meaning I don't go that often. I have auditory hallucinations, and people ask me like, "Oh, do you like hear God?" I'm like, "No, Roseanne Barr singing Baby Shark 24/7." I take a lot of meds. I take a lot of psych meds. I don't know what all my meds are. I just know that every time I walk into a CVS, everybody sighs. I'm a big egg guy, which is weird because I'm a mammal. I think adult diapers are named after the perfect thing. Like, are you going to be embarrassed when you shit yourself in public? Depends. When a tennis player retires, are the Wimbledon? I have very low self-confidence, mainly because of this. Like, Men's Warehouse, their slogan is, "You're gonna like the way you look." I'm like, challenge accepted. Did you guys know that that Avengers Doomsday is gonna reportedly be like 3 hours 45 minutes? I think it's amazing that in this day and age, the villain of a major superhero movie will be a UTI. Actually, I had one pot brownie once. I discovered I am not cut out for the underground baking world. All right. I went to Disney a couple weeks ago with my wife, and I had to wear a poncho, and it looked like a cape. Like I was the world's worst superhero. like my superpower is mild wind protection. I hear things and I see things with the schizophrenia. I still have the one thing I cannot see is how Trump is still president. I'm not violent. Like I fight stigma, but even stigma is like he can't throw a punch. I've never been arrested as well. Like if I told my cousin like that I was arrested, she would be like, "Fashion police?" But schizophrenia like is like dyslexia but with a plot. Like the letters and numbers are dancing, but they found a conservatory. Yeah. Thank you guys in the front row for not laughing at a single thing I've said up here. Good job. I don't know how you did it with all these bangers, but all right. After being away from the stage for like 2 or 3 weeks, I think this went okay. You can find me, not you guys in the front row. You can find me at Dan_Laitman_stand-up. Thanks, guys.
Longest 5 minutes of my life, Dan. Yes! You did great, Dan. Thank you so much. Did you really not laugh at any of that? Not even the bidet benight joke? No? You didn't like that one? It's too clever, Dan. Right over their heads. Okay, on deck we got Sonderbat. Sonderbat, where you at? There you go. Thanks for sticking around, pal. All right, coming to the stage. Give it up for Ave Maria, y'all. Yes! Energy. You're here. Here's your mic. Go. Oh, you signed
All right. This one's gonna be I'm gonna preface this a hard act to follow after comedy because it gets dark. So this one's called Hickory Dickory Dock. Maybe I haven't decided the title yet. Anyway, new shit. Hickory Dickory Dock. His daddy had a Glock. He struck his mom, the child runs Hickory Dickory Dock. Hickory Dickory Dock. We're up against the clock. Through times for men to cycle again, Hickory Dickory Dock. Tick, tock. Through times. Men who witness abuse as children are 3 times more likely to become abusers. And even though therapy is less frowned upon, men still don't go. Why? Because therapy. Real men don't need no therapy. I've got masculinity to preserve. No, perverse. What a perverse perspective it is to believe that asking for help makes you less of a man, but hitting a woman doesn't. But he's the victim. She should have left him. He's got mommy issues. Hickory Dickory Dock. 'Cause it's never the dad, right? God forbid we finally let a man take the heat while we force women to stay in the kitchen. No bitchin'. Women, quit your bitchin' before I tick, tock. I was 18 when a man put his hands on me. I'd be lying if I said it was only once, but if you don't stop the cycle, you cycle again. Hickory Dickory, different men, same story. They weren't always like that, though. You know, violent. They'd say all the right things to keep me warm until their nights got cold and their demons grew bold and tick, tock. I was brighter than he was. Not better, just less broken. And light can be intimidating. Well, he was exposed, so I get it. That makes him the victim, right? I could see the way my joy caused him discomfort, the way he tried to chip away at my smile. I suggested, we could always go to therapy, and he'd say no. Why? 'Cause therapy. Real men don't need no therapy. We drown in our liquor. No, quicker. It's not like that bottle's gonna help you heal quicker, I'd whisper. What did you say? Woman, nope. It's not like that bottle will help you heal quicker, I'd whisper. What did you say? Woman, I swear to God, if I tick-tock, if I didn't know any better, I'd think masculinity was fragile. But real men know what give and take means. These men, however, would take everything but accountability until it was no longer theirs to take, but it was mine. If only you had listened to me, I'd tick. If only you weren't so hard to love, I'd talk. I never would have done it if you just tick. But I get it. Talk. He's the victim. Tick. I should have left him. Talk. He's got mommy issues. Hickory dickory dock. His daddy had a Glock. He struck his mom like father, like son. We now reset the clock. Hickory dickory, do me a favor, fellas. Go to therapy. Why? Because real men go to therapy. Thank you. Okay, y'all can find me at author.Ave Maria. Thank y'all.
Give it up for Ave Maria. Energy. Holy moly. Thank you so much for sharing that. My gosh, is that Habib too? Habib, did you just walk in? Hey, Habib, I can see the handsome through here. Okay. On deck, we got Elisha. Where are you? Hey, Elisha. Oh, Elisha. Hi. Okay, cool. Coming to the stage, give it up for Sonderbat, y'all. Yes. Oh, there you are. Go for it.
All right. New shit. All right, this poem is called Homeless. I know about homelessness too well. Not just for obvious reasons, although I did wake up with just a cup of coffee in my hand with no pot to piss in. Or was it the recollection of a father figure who just couldn't math the figures, so he left? Just like that, leaving his past behind. Just like that, leaving his kids and his wife blind. If I knew then what I know now, I guess I would have pulled the trigger. To restart a new life then, maybe this reset could have started my new life when, but then, where would my mother and my brothers lived? They're on the street corners trying to make ends where they meet. Why don't you meet me in downtown Jersey City, or we can rest under the chairs in Times Square? Tourists love to step over me. Just to go to H&M or Madame Tussauds, what a sight to see. Will they ever find me? Sleeping in my car, lost under the stars, among the 800,000 bodies that sleep, according to U.S. statistics, but they can still afford to raise tolls. Still, our brothers and sisters sleep in these wretched codes. They still can afford to host the Super Bowls. America, we are dying. Humanity is dying. There is homeless kids, fathers, mothers that are crying. Evictions that keep on filing, another body for welfare system numbers multiplying. But we are losing. We are losing our kids, fathers, mothers from forgotten loves unrequited. Choosing white freedom riders, but kill us over our riots. That stem back to 1863, fast forward to NAACP, George Floyd, I can't breathe. America, we are losing singers, writers, and artists. Now are hooked to these streets. They are kicked out to these streets after choosing love and left out in these streets. Forgotten war vets with amputated limbs. How much more can they give? How much more can they endure and live through this life when they are starving? When they need a helping hand, a fight worth trying. Instead, we are worried about wars overseas. There is a war in our nation right in front of me, but we keep trying to bury the truth. Just how my dad left me here to lose. And my mother can barely mend these wounds. And my partner left me here to fend for food. Every man for themselves except when it's time to drink. Except when it's time for our brain cells to start to shrink. White lines trapped by white lies and red tape draped across the cities. All for the American dream. this American dream isn't worth living. It seeps to the lonely cries unheard among our crowds. It's the panhandler nodding as he sinks. Is it the police officer waking up your uncle to think? What's your name? I need you to get up. You can't sleep here. This ain't a beach. America, we are dying. Humanity is dying among the stoic. America, we are losing artists, singers, kids, fathers, mothers, and poets. Poem. Thank you. You can find me at _Sonderbat_ on Instagram and all socials. Thank you.
Powerful stuff. 800,000. That's not even it. There's millions of children per year that are experiencing homelessness. Millions of them, and around 2 million adults in general. That's not even counted. But thank you. Thank you for sharing that and opening it up. Okay. We're going through something today, huh, Chad? That's good. This is the place to go through it. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing, everybody. On deck, we got Alessandra. Where are you? Alessandra. Hi. Thanks for sticking around. Coming up to the stage, give it up for Elisha, y'all. Yes!
All right, this is new shit. Thank you. Unfinished shit, short shit. But the beauty of this space is, I woke up feeling very heavy today, and I just needed to lay it out, and I needed to just literally lay it out with my people so it can get off of me, and then I can, process through it. That's the beauty. All right. I lay with this pounding in my head, this sense of pressure causing me to lop to one side, always the left, never the right. As I try to force this movement that is so peculiar in nature, I feel the muscles constrict, each inch fighting against the current, trying to find the slightest bit of oxygen in order to ignite the pulsating fire, the fire that is meant to light the unwinding roads leading to journeys our minds could never construct, a journey filled with love, I guess. But such a word that holds so much power just doesn't seem to embody nor fill the gaping hole that has consumed what I hope is only half of me, but what I fear is all of the being I have dreamt of. The being that is capable of not only love, but being loved. The being that could hold another's hands and never let go. But all I feel is the nerves within, shaking, beginning with each finger, surging in energy that I hoped I would never transfer. Yet here I am, leaving the same broken parts, that piece together merely half of me, everywhere I go, everywhere I touch, everywhere I feel. Will you love me? Will you stay with me? I promise I'll try, while I learn what unconditional is. Thank you. You can find me here every Monday and Wednesday volunteering, yay. Or at Instagram, Elish, ELISH, period, Yareen, YAREEN. Yeah, I don't post my poetry, but we can be friends.
We can be friends. Give it up. I love that. Shout out to the interns, the volunteers, everyone that works with us here at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Sometimes we force them to go onto the mic. So thank you for... Or just gently nudge. Did I say force? All right, I meant encourage. Okay. After Alessandra, there is a halftime, and then we'll get to our wonderful feature Court. Court, where are you? Hello, feature Court. All right, we'll get to Court. You'll be dazzled by their long, extended feature set full of their spoken word poetry after the halftime, after Alessandra. Give it up for Alessandra, y'all! Yes! Energy, 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 energy. Where are you?
How's it going? I haven't done this in so long, and I was like, I just need to do something. I just was like, I'll start with this one. it's an issue I'm super passionate about. So, okay. She exclaims, "Children are full of dreams and aspirations." She sits back in her chair as she serves in a children's nursery, a woman in recovery. She resumes, exaggerating, seeking attention, her teenage brain in remission from her past addiction. Yet she exclaims, "Children are full of dreams and aspirations. They are signs of hope and inspiration because God has not given up on society and has a plan for me." A woman of 50, a woman in recovery from sex trafficking. Day after day, hour after hour, she was exploited sexually, abused, threatened, manipulated, and violated severely, held captive by the darkest realities of humanity. Now here she is sitting in front of me. She made it out alive. She is lucky she escaped and survived. She had every reason to give up on life, but she didn't. She exclaims, "Children are full of dreams and aspirations. I'm following my dreams. I'm going back to college for cosmetology, and I'm going to give God the glory." Resiliency, her eyes looking upward, her feet moving forward. A woman of 50, a woman in recovery, embracing her journey, facing her pain, not letting her years of horror and misery go to waste. Resiliency at its finest, a teenage girl emerging from trauma and darkness arising, from brokenness to a new life. A recreated masterpiece, a beacon of light tried by the tests and tolls of time, but her light beams brighter than mine. She sees with different eyes. She has found her reason why. Purpose, dignity, and endless possibilities, soaring from earth, passing through the sky, touching heaven and piercing my life. She exclaims, "Children are full of dreams and aspirations. They are signs of hope and inspiration. And little does she know that so is she." I could do one more, but I don't. Okay. This is kind of fresh. I've never shared this one, so that's kind of fun. Okay. "You were sitting on this chair not too long ago. How much time left with you, I didn't know. How could you be here and now you're gone? I knew our moments were precious. I tried to savor them, but they fell through my fingertips. Now I try holding on to memories, hands trembling. I'm scared. I don't want you to be a flash of a moment, a fading memory. You were so much more to me. My first experience of love, my teacher, my protector, my mother, who became my dear friend, a phone call away, a safe space, a hopeful place, with gentle hugs no one can replicate. You will always be more than memories we recall and stories we tell. You will always have my heart. The physical world says you're gone, but I know you are not far. Death does not have the final say. Your presence remains in your legacy you created and love you gave, and now you see God face to face." Is that on time? Thanks so much.
Where can we find you? Can we find you anywhere? Okay. Find him in the back. Alessandra, stick around for the rest of the show. Maybe someone will find you in the back. Thank you so much for sharing that. That made me cry a little bit. Gosh darn it. Okay. We love that. Now for a little breather. And then our feature performer. This is the halftime show segment of the thing. And here's Bad Bunny. No, it's just me. It's just me. A small bunny. Okay. Hey. Yeah. The Nuyorican Poets Cafe is an establishment. It's been around for over 50 years. It brings poetry and culture to this area of New York City and the outer boroughs, and of course the whole entire globe. We're very, very popular for the last 50 years. And during our renovation, during our New Year reconstruction, that don't mean the party's gonna stop. We still have our various events throughout the week, so I encourage you to come to them. All right, let's start from the beginning of the week. Let's start on Mondays with the world-famous Nuyorican Bowery Poetry Slam. How many people have been to a poetry slam with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe? Fun? Thumbs up? 5 stars on Yelp? Thank you. They are slammers too, so they have to say that. But for those that don't know, Poetry Slam is a competition, and there's a $20 cash prize. And it happens every Monday. Every Monday, rain, sleet, or snow, or 20-degree weather. All right, it happened last Monday. It's going to happen this upcoming Monday at the Bowery Poetry Club. Again, $20 cash prize, 15 poets enter. 1 poet leaves the victor. We have last Monday's victor. His name's Daniel, not Victor. Hello, Daniel. Daniel's here. Daniel's won. He can attest. I can attest that it's such a great time, and it really levels up your skill level if you are a poet and want to just spar with words, right? Doors open at 6:30, but what time do we usually get there? Like 2 o'clock? No. Like 4. Yeah, 4:30 if you're really serious about signing up. Again, there's only 15 slots. And these motherfuckers, they are ruthless. And it's like, get a job. No, I'm kidding. This is our job. Okay, winners of this wonderful weekly Poetry Slam get a chance to complete at our final Friday Slam, which occurs at the end of every month on the last Friday of the month at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater. This is a really big show, very competitive because it's all the Monday winners that can make it. All right, and 1 lottery spot too. All right, so you throw your name in a hat. Maybe you can perform for $100, not 20, 80 more, $100 at the in Times Square at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater. And we are cheaper this year, right? A little bit more affordable, rather. Still same quality show. $25 for a ticket. It's great. And there's snacks. There's some wine and stuff like that. It's a great time. The winners of our final Friday Slam get a chance to be invited to our Grand Slam at the end of the year, which we recently did in December on my birthday, by the way. Happy birthday, me. Shout out Cap season. It's still going on. The best season. We start and end the year, right? Okay, and Jesus was a Capricorn too. I could go on. All right. The Grand Slam was sick. It was at the Apollo Victoria Theater up in Harlem. Great show. We had a great time. We're going to run it back this year in 2026. All right, so watch out for that. So those are the slams. Now, welcome to the tradition of the Nuyorican Poets Cafe open mic. We've been doing this open mic series in various forms with various hosts. Shout out to all of them that have come before me. I'm your newest one here. All right, it's only been like a year of me doing this thing. I hope I'm doing an okay job. All right, but again, this is tradition, not just for the hosts, of course, and this organization, but it is a tradition for the performers. All right, there have been many, many, many performers that have come through here as a rite of passage almost. Erykah Badu, MF Doom, Mos Def, Eminem, the list goes on. Talib Kweli, the Roots have all been here in various periods of their career to cut their teeth because they know this is where it begins, right? Or you can come back, take a hiatus, and still tap into this wonderful culture and performing venue. It's great. This open mic series is at the Loisaida Center. Temporarily. Thank you. Shout out to the Loisaida Center for fostering us. And here's how these open mics go. They're every Wednesday. At the first Wednesday of the month, I'm not here. It's an open mic called Wow. Can everyone say wow? All right, like Owen Wilson. Wow. It's Women Orator Wednesday. That's what the acronym stands for. It's an all-act open mic, just like this one, for all women and women representing people. Y'all get your own night, okay? Please pull up to that. It's a wonderful show hosted by my friend Somebody's Mama. Same energy as this show. And again, all acts. You don't have to just do poetry. You could do Dan Laitman style comedy, ladies. Okay. And for every other Wednesday, you have to see me again. Look at that friendly face. So safe, so round. He's over there. All right. And you could do Dan Laitman style comedy. Then Dan Laitman will be here. Right, Dan? Are you still here? Okay, cool. How many of you, though? Okay, anyway. Hey. So, I'm not a comedian. But this open mic starts at 6 o'clock. All right, as you know, sign up start at 6 o'clock. We begin at 6:30. High-quality video and audio. Remember to ask how to get that performance video performers after the show. The link will be up after Yeah, and it's also streaming. All right, this is a wonderful mic. I love this space. All acts. Bring more comedy. All right, go tell your friends that are rappers, singers. All right, that this is a pretty good open mic. You can do your thing. All right, many other events. Flyer switch. Give me it. There you go. That's a fucking QR code. Okay. So, that ain't a flyer. But you can scan it with your cell phone, which you do occasionally for menus and things of that nature. Scan it. It'll bring up the Nuyorican.org calendar with these following events. Online open mic. How many people have been to an online open mic? Tapped in. All right. How much is it? $0, Paul Skiff. Can you believe it? You can still tap into this energy of the Nuyorican Poets Cafe through Zoom. All right, wherever you are on this planet, it's a wonderful community. They've been doing it throughout COVID. It's kept this shit together. It really has. And it's super valuable. Shout out to Elemental, who hosts it. And that's on Thursdays. Thursday online open mic for free. We got a slam workshop for those that want to try to win $20 on Mondays. All right, that's online, second Tuesday of the month. That is for free. We got a teenage open mic. Isn't that soon? The Rightopia open mic? Team? Okay. You can just scan that thing. It's this Saturday. Fucking fantastic. Yeah, the teenagers get a chance to perform and stuff like that. Where is it? I don't know this information. La Marqueta. All right, I can't spell that, but I can sound it out. La Marqueta. Go tap into the Nuyorican Poets Cafe on Instagram for that flyer. That is bi-monthly. All right, bring your kids to that. Let them experience poetry. We got outdoor and indoor poetry events at Battery Park City in the Bronx. They really wrote that. It's a special place. The Bronx, capital T, capital B. And New Jersey, too, NJ Bach. All right, that's around my neck of the woods. More tickets and info. Scan that thing. Last slide. Give me a flyer switch. Hey, that's a flyer, kind of. Join our Patreon, chat. All right, this is a nonprofit, and it has been for a while now. It's a nonprofit 501c3 organization. All right, ticket sales and grants don't cover all of our programs and operations expenses, so consider donating. All right, this is a nonprofit. They're taking all the funding from these things. Let's be real. All right, they need the people to power this. All right, so come to our events, and if you got some scratch at the end, consider donating. $5, $5,000. That's all tax deductible. $50,000. Do what you can. All right, no matter how big or small, these are welcome. And consider joining our Patreon too. $10 gets you my feet pictures. No, that's weird. I don't even. Huh? Hey, you gonna put up some scratch? All right. Anyway, I got a pedicure today, too. Anyway, that's too much information. And that's it. That's the end of the halftime show. How did I do? Tell me the truth. Okay, cool. All right, we got a feature. Court, where are you? Some more poetry. But before we do that, really quick, though, do you have a bio? You emailed the bio. Team. I don't want to disrespect you. Let me try to find your bio. Yeah. Give me the bio. Found it. Bio. I got you, Court. Court's my friend. She's my friend. Best friend to the end. The end. All right, no. Born and raised in Oakland, California, Court is a rising poet and spoken word artist who has only entered the scene in May 2025. Not even a year. Made a big impact so far on the scene, and immediately has become one to watch. She's blessed stages such as the Apollo Theater, Puerto Rican Traveling Theater, Bowery Poetry Club, and so many more. A habitual achiever. That was good. She's already won multiple slams and competed in the 2025 Nuyorican Grand Slam. Trust me when I say she is just getting started. Before we start, though, can we get a collective breath, please, and reset of our spirit, of our energy? We still got a half a show to go and a wonderful feature to experience it with. Are you ready, chat? Let's do it. Give it up. Coming to the stage. Court, everybody, yes! Hi. He's my friend to the end. Go get it.
I'm nervous. What's up, y'all? How we feeling? We good? Yeah? Yeah, we good? Good. I am so excited to be here.
When it comes to features and sets, I always overthink, but I decided to approach the mic and pick my pieces by doing what I need to release at the moment. That being said, the theme of this feature is going to be goodbyes. Goodbyes is something that I am kind of in the process of trying to do and get more comfortable with. We all... Perfect. Thank you. Better. As we know, one of the most permanent goodbye you have to say is death. And death is something that I've gotten a little too comfortable with. But I'm not going to talk too much. I'm going to get straight into the poem. Court is now in session. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why, then oh why can't I? Sometimes I forget that you died. I scroll past pictures like, damn, I need to call my grandma. But if I pick up the phone and tell Siri, hey, call my grandma, some random person who received your number will pick up. Now, to call you, I gotta call God first and ask him to hand you the phone. But on the bright side, he always answers, so I never have to leave a message after the tone. But sometimes I forget that you died. I was thrown in the classroom of death at a young age. I've sat in the front in way too many classrooms, funerals growing up. Attended death school more than high school. Had God as my teacher, teaching me about the place beyond the rainbow. The land heard of in lullabies, that's where they go one day. They wake up with the clouds far behind them, and I can't go find them. They're with God. I was taught that they've been freed. Rainbows beam auras of the spirits lost. I was taught to see the beauty in it all. Every loss is not a loss. I may yearn for their presence, but this pain is somehow a present. My sorrows are only borrowed tears. Rain that had to fall and wash so we can see clearly, clear skies in my eyes from only seeing all of my family that have died. I've watched loved ones break from the heart-swallowing pain, use God's name in vain because they needed someone to blame as they drowned in blues, and I used to too. Wonder why I can't fly over the rainbow like those bluebirds. If I exude my blue mood, be blue like the birds, what's stopping me from gaining my wings? Why can't I be given what I need to fly to the place behind the sun to come see you? I need you, God. Was there to teach me the reasoning. Every evening I wanted to make that wish upon that star. He told me not to wake up where the clouds are far behind me. He's not done with me yet. This be a test. Do I let death be my reason for living, or let living with the pain be the reason I die? Do I die with them or live for them? And I have had to choose my life so many times that I forgot that you died, because a family member dying is just another week to me. And maybe it's weak of me to choose to live, to forget the past and forget you've passed, refuse to let my heart miss you, reminisce you, so I dismiss you and angels kiss you. Give me when I remember you're gone. Your soul holds me and you sing me that one song, that song we used to sing growing up. Somewhere over the rainbow. Thank you. Ooh. Lord. Nerves. She is featuring. Thank y'all for holding space for me in that piece. Another goodbye that is really hard for me and that is showing up a lot in my life currently is friendship goodbyes. I've lost a lot of friends in my life, and I have poured a lot into those friendships, and I think the hardest part about saying goodbye to those friendships is all that I've poured into them, and the lack of what I received back. And so I was talking to my best friend about some of that and my experiences around that, and he left me with a quote. The quote was, "Even Judas sat at the table with Jesus." And for those of y'all that don't know the story, Judas sat at Jesus' table, ate his food, consumed all he had to offer, and turned on him, killed him with a kiss. I stopped hosting dinner parties. The first one I hosted ended somewhere between my best friend sleeping with a guy that I loved and my friend stealing money from me from right under my nose. I know. I should have been more aware. But you see, the thing about sitting at the table with people is you can only see their hands sometimes, feet never, so you never know who's attempting to step on your toes. Yeah, you just have to trust them. And you have to do it with your eyes closed. If I tried to throw the same supper with the same people, they'd end up sitting at the table with my ghost. That's all that's left of me. My soul has watched old friends break off the hand that I lent them and eat it right off the bone. The shoulder I gave them to cry on disintegrated by their tears of acid, as if it was an attempt to rob everyone else of that same shoulder, including myself. They worshipped my wisdom, so they offered me a sanctuary. Just so I could pour myself onto their tongues, I'd host these dinner parties as an attempt to bring all my friends together, however, didn't know that the feast would feature fragments of my soul, my golden heart, the main dish. I'd dish out advice, not knowing that it was just the appetizer before my life was to be devoured. They consumed every version of me, like bottomless steak at Ruth Chris. I started hosting dinner parties again. Something they could never fully digest was my soul, so I just dressed her in thicker clothes. I made sure the table was clear, just so I could see who attempts to step on my toes. I was more aware this time, invited new people to this dinner party. We broke bread over our shared love for dining and partying. We partied potluck style, scattered our life stories across the glass table, consumed food like we had never eaten before. We were starved of community, companionship, communion. We devoured dreams, poured ourselves into wine glasses and toasted to tasteful tandem, and I could see everyone's hands, everyone's feet. No one attempted to step on my toes, and when it was time to go, we embraced each other so tight, basking in the fact that we just fed our souls. My best friend came over. She wrapped me in her goodbye. She sealed it with a kiss, and I instantly remembered Judas, how he sat at Jesus' table, consumed all he had to offer, and turned on him, killed him with a kiss. And at that moment, I knew that this was my last supper. Thank you. Oh, Lord. Okay. Another hard goodbye for me is, and one of the hardest goodbyes, I think, are the goodbyes that are left unsaid. Like the goodbyes that happen like abruptly, and you don't really get to like say those final words and say what you want to say, because it happened so abruptly, and they're still alive. You know, you lose a friendship or lose a relationship, they're still alive, but you kind of have to like hold your own funeral for them, like, you know, and you kind of have to like write your own eulogy, and you don't get to actually share it. They never get to hear it. You kind of just have to do your own internal healing. I wrote a poem about, or that I would consider like my eulogy for those kind of goodbyes. Goodbye. I don't typically say goodbyes. It's more like a see you later or until next time. But from this point on, consider this a funeral. For everything that left and felt like theft. For everyone that packed bags and before I knew they were already gone. Consider this the goodbyes I never got to say. I don't know how to say goodbye to people that I would beg to stay, experiences I'd lived through over and over again, feelings I'd wrap myself in. I still think about you. Your physical body may never stand before me, and I may not have ever gotten to say what I wanted to say before we parted ways, but you roam my mind. There's a filing cabinet in my brain with your name on it, and it stays open because the hand that I offered you is still held out. The words that I would say to you keep vomiting out, and I fear my brain wouldn't know what to do without you. I fear my heart would stop beating if I let myself forget the feeling, stealing the healing, concealing, not dealing with the fact that now I have to add another angel to my list, have to mourn a soul that's still alive, but I have to feel as if you have died, have to say goodbye to a closed casket, ask it if it's empty. Get real close and ask you if you're empty. Does your heart have a hole in it where I used to be? Or did your heart start to heal before you disposed of me, imploded? You see, do you still feel the heat from the flame you lit when you set fire to our bridge? Does your heart ache even just a smidge? The world may never know, so I guess I'll write my eulogy. Usually seeing the corpse makes this a little easier. Knowing that the body is cold, but yours isn't cold or even old, you're still alive. And now it's my job to alter my mind, plan funerals, arrange cremation, debarkation, another goodbye. Not see you later or until next time, because you're gone. And I may have to be dead to you, but my heart still beats. Yours does too, but you made the conscious decision to retreat. Avoiding mourning the loss of you defeats the purpose of this funeral. So goodbye. I'm letting go of the hope to see you later or next time. I'm walking out of this funeral on my journey to healing from all of the relationships that have died. Consider this my final goodbye. Thank you. I'm gonna sit down for this last one. Oh, I don't think I'm doing this right, Brian.
Go.
Okay. All right. There we go. All right. I got one more poem for y'all, and then I'm gonna get out of y'all hair. If anybody knows me as a poet, I know this set kind of goes against what I'm about to say, but I write a lot of poems about my mom. And they're not even necessarily about her, but they mention her because I feel like my mom ties back to everything that is good in me. I feel like my mom is responsible for all of the good in me. And she has been through a lot of hard times with me. And I feel like saying goodbye to her is going to be the hardest goodbye that I ever have to experience. And I think a lot of that has to do with, although I've grown comfortable with the idea of death, a lot of it has to do with the fact that because she's been through my hardest times, I want her to like be there through my milestones and through the happy times in my life. And I wrote a poem about it. I write a poem about everything. But I'm going to read it to you guys. I haven't shared it for real, but we're going to see. I want my mom to see me get married. I want my mom to be there when I have all of my kids. I want my mom to hold my hand while I accomplish milestones and walk through miles of stone to get there. I want her to be there. My mom had me at 36 years old, which is older than the average parent, especially in this day and age. And I've always been happy it's that way because we didn't have to grow up together. I can never be mistaken for one of her little friends. I soaked up her wisdom with every hug. Lessons leaked from her fingertips with every point telling me to clean up over there. I had to learn that when she pointed, she had a point and I better go do it before she reached that point. And we all knew when she did. And we all knew when she did because all she had to do was stare. And now I'm scared. I want my kids to know that. I want my kids to know that they can play with everything except me. Because my mom will play with her grandbabies endlessly, but she does not play about me. I want my kids to know my mother's love. And more than that, I want them to remember it. I want my mom to live through them, but not because of her resurrected soul or because God knows that I need my mother, but because they soaked up my mother's wisdom through her embraces and because they learned the lessons from her points and her faces. What if they don't get to experience that? What if God calls my mother home before her presence is ever able to bless my home that I share with the family that I created? What if I waited for too fucking long to settle down and have kids, that she never gets to see her youngest kid become a woman? What if her soul has to see me in a black dress before she straps up my white one? She's seen me go through a million Mr. Wrongs, but what if she never gets to see me meet the right one? Or she's there physically, but I had to watch her spirit die. So she watches me try on dresses, but she never gets that look in her eyes. She gives me her hand to hold, but it's cold, and I can't squeeze too hard or I'll break her pointer finger. These thoughts linger. So I have to get rich by 25, married at 26, have my first kid by 27, and they have to grow up before God calls my mother to heaven. So forgive me for rushing into things, because my grandmother wasn't supposed to make it to 72, and if I'm doing the math correctly, I got about 15 more years with you, and I'm scared. Because what if my mom doesn't get to walk me down the aisle? What if she can barely walk when that time comes? What if her body is too brittle to run with my kids? And then it's myself I gotta forgive for taking too long, so forgive me if I rush into things. Forgive me if I never take breaks or pump the brakes because I'm too wrapped up in the fear of heartbreak to stop. Forgive me for my grind. I gotta get rich by 25 because I think I'd just die if I don't get to pay her back. Forgive me if I bring up marriage or having babies too soon. For now, I'll save these conversations for the ones I have with the moon, as long as I don't have to look up at you when I can finally say, Mama, I made it. Mama, I hope you make it to strap up my white dress, to walk me down the aisle, to hold my hand when I push out my first kid and my third, to wrap them in your wisdom, to run with them even if it's for a little. I hope you're here long enough for them to remember you. And I hope I'm not the last one that you have to live through. I hope I can just pick up the phone and call you to tell you, Mama, I made it. The life that you taught me to, Mama, please make it. Because I don't know what I'd do if I have to experience these milestones without you. Thank you. Lord. Thank y'all. Thank you, guys. I'm gonna shake that off. Yo, stop. Thank you guys so much for holding space for me and my pieces and what I needed to release tonight. I really appreciate it. If you liked my set, you can find me on Instagram at through.sees.lens. That's the letter C. Through.sees.lens. If you missed it, you can also just talk to me. Where am I gonna be next? Oh, I'll be slamming y'all. Like, I am a slam poet. I know this set was a little, was a change of tone, but I'm a slam poet. Like, I'll be slamming for real. So you guys can catch me at this month's Final Friday. I will be at Final Friday with some of the poets in the room. Shout out Daniel, shout out Habib. But yeah, that is where I will be. Like I said, y'all can find me on Instagram at through.sees.lens. And thank y'all. I appreciate it.
Featuring Big Los Angeles, California. Sorry, Big California. I love that. Thank you so much, Court. It's been wonderful seeing Court's growth through not even a year of being on the scene and being in New York. You've been here for a little longer than that, but it's such growth, and that is because of this art and, of course, this community. So thank you so much for being a part of it. Definitely. Okay, we move right along with the open mic. On deck, we got Sheila. Sheila, where are you? Hey, Sheila, thanks for sticking around. All right, but before you, we got Paul Skiff. Give it up for legend, Paul Skiff. Energy, 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 energy. We're still here, chat. Dusty. All the way to the stage, baby. I'm here for you, Paul. Woo! Let's go! Paul.
It's great to be back here. I've been here since October. I had a good fortune to be able to travel all of November. December was a wash. Praise and thanks to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe tech and house crew, Loisaida Center, and all you people, you are what make this alive. Two short things. Do you remember when the peer group got you to subordinate? Of course not. But now you think you are like them out of choice. The second poem is, she claimed her home with self-respect. She parked her car in the middle of the street, the same as you would exercise the right to fucking vote. She told the dude who would shoot her in the head she was not mad at him, so the sadism of a president would be naked. She died making sure anyone who noticed the valor would see bravery is an individual act of simple kindness done for tens of millions of targeted by violent hatred. She smiled at the body cam so vicious perverts would need to choke out contempt and lies in public displays of routine depravity pronounced from their missing humanity and expose themselves as inept, befuddled killers. She blocked the street so the United States of fucking America would have what remains of its decency preserved. She put herself in the way of misogyny, so if its gun was unholstered, the world would know what needs to stop. She went to defend community after dropping her child off at school because maternal protection is medicine against brainless testosterone. She parked her civic spirit in front of the thug squad to shake civilization in the face of barbarity's feral ghouls. She spoke politely to belligerents so the swollen cocks of malice would be mute in their moral vacuum. Federal murder, federal assassination, federal execution, and their daddies are the aliens in this country, illegal immigrants from the Hades of a psychopath's vile, bestial dream. She kept the driver's side window down so everyone would know how easy it is to reveal your own courage. She parked her car in the middle of the street in her own neighborhood so you could see there was good in the world. Now she is part of the depravity that is 32 people killed by immigration death squads in the United States of America. They shoot people in boats too, don't they? America, the gangster clown's death factory. Her name was Good. Truth is the undeniable of that coincidence. Thank you. I'm on IG. It's just Skiff Graham, Skiffgram as one word. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you.
Give it up! The legend Paul Skiff! It's what New York City sounds like, the legend of this neighborhood. Thank you for pulling up on us, Paul. Seriously, haven't seen him since last year, but regular here at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe Wednesday night. Open mic, that was fucking incredible, Paul. Thank you so much. The Revolutionary will not be televised. It will be here in these dark rooms. Okay? You're experiencing it right now. Isn't that amazing? On deck, we got Romey. Where are you? Hi, Romey. Thanks for sticking around, pal. Your turn's coming up. Get warmed up, babe. You're on deck. Start practice swinging. Okay, on coming to the stage, we got Sheila. Give it up for Sheila. Yes. Huh? What? No, don't go too far. Sign up list. We got one more. Yes, we got one more slot for the sign up. And we gonna close it in 5 minutes, okay? Oh, never mind. It's finished. I was waiting all day for you, pal. Thanks for coming around. All right. Give it up for Sheila. Let's get the show going.
No stool. I think I'm okay. Thank you. All right. Hi, y'all. My name's Sheila. I've been thinking a lot recently about the process of rediscovering yourself, so I have some old shit for you. There you go. My life, precarious at best. I'm finding that my shoulders are starting to sag. I try to push them back as much as I can, but the magnetic core of this earth always has a way of pulling them back down. And my kneecaps, oh, they're just for show. They can't actually carry the weight of being this alive. I've got bruises under my eyes and battle scars around my teeth from every bark that's turned bite. Not because I wanted it to, but because that was the only way to survive. I've recently discovered I'm an auditory learner, which is to say words affect me. I guess that's why I've held on to every syllable from now. Since the 7th grade, when Dominique said blue wasn't my color, I avoided it like the plague. I hid inside on cloudless days just in case she was right. And the reflection of the sky on my skin made me a brighter shade of too much to handle. I'm still angry at my father for saying he never wanted an insolent daughter. All I heard was daughter, but insolent is what he got, which is to say what he made me. I don't belong here. Everything I have ever longed for has been to escape this current form, which is to say, in the next life, I hope I'm a bird, soaring above the rock cliffs of Ha Long Bay. I might peek my head out of the trees eventually to watch the humans on their big ships with fancy names, just long enough to see what I'm missing, which is to say I'd probably never be satisfied in anybody. I know what I want to say, I just don't know how to say it. This feeling, I assume, is only common among students learning a language other than their mother tongue, but I feel it daily. The chase for belonging is a desperate one. I'm constantly kicking myself for what I'm still unsure. My self-control is limited, which is to say my self-betrayal is endless. How can one betray a body they don't really belong to? Perhaps that is the betrayal itself. The knots in my stomach twist and turn with the realization that I am my own worst enemy, foaming at the mouth with the crooked smile of I love you, which is to say I hate you, which is to say I hate myself. This, because I always forget it is my first time being alive. I want to want this body, this existence, to wrap her in blue even if it washes out the sky, because is that really so terrible? We are all teetering on the precipice of undecided joy anyway. Might as well choose it. Poem. Thank you. My poetry account is Sheila June, Sheila, June like the month. Poetry, fair warning, I just ran out of space on my phone, so it's really just to like upload videos. So thank you.
Give it up for Sheila! Yes! Thank you so much for sharing, Sheila. Okay, on deck we got Daniel. Where are you? Okay, whistle, whistle. Come to the stage. Give it up for Romey, y'all. Yes! Where are you? There you are. You're right here. What's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for sticking around.
A little nervous. It's my first time doing this. So yeah, a little nervous. So I wrote this. It's a letter that I would love to say these words to someone, but I'm blocked, so I can't. So I did it for this. Dear Mr. I Do, this is more for me than it is for you, but I want you to know, I loved you. I really fucking loved you. But you left me all alone to pick up these pieces. My memories are scattered. You left no reason, no thesis, no justification. You wouldn't even give me a conversation. All I have is my guilt. I had to watch you abandon everything that we built. And when you left, the silence came, and it echoed so fucking loud. They were followed by the thoughts that were cold and unfiltered, and they still linger. These thoughts taught me how to hate myself, and they crowned you a hero, and I erased myself. These are the same thoughts that almost made me take myself. You see, when I made my vows, I was anchored in my honesty. You floated through my love like it was temporary. I couldn't do anything right in your eyes, but I loved you enough to shrink myself and dim my own light so I can fit your definition of being just all right. And you blame me because I'm spiraling. All I wanted was clarity, and you did everything to avoid any accountability. God damn, I even put myself in therapy. I thought my anger was to blame. Looking in hindsight, you're gaslighting me like a game. 8 months later, I learned the truth within. You did it all for him. 12 months later, I am still trying to heal. There are days when I hate myself, and there are days when I blame me for your infidelity. But that's not even the hard part. It's knowing that I lost the one I considered my best friend. You gave up on us in the end and threw me away. But God damn it, trust me when I say, I will be me again. I will love me again. And I will resurrect everything you brought to an end because you're a fool, you're a fool, you're a fool. You let something real slip through the palm of your careless hands. And now you can watch me grow into everything you refuse to understand. Hear my final words. They're long, they're sharp, and overdue. To Mr. I Do, fuck you. Thank you.
Say it with your chest! Bro! Say it with your chest! You see that, chat? What's up, Michelle? You see that? Can we get a ring and fire and like the gun emoji too? I don't know. Thank you so much, Romey. That's some real shit, man. Hell yeah, dude. Give it up for Romey again. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. It's what we do here in these dark rooms. All right, we confess. Thank you so much for your confession. All right, let's keep it going. All right, on deck we got Poetic Boy D. Where are you? Are you at my mic? Poetic? Yeah, you are. Thanks for sticking around. Excellent. Okay. Coming to the stage, the poetic stylings of Daniel. Give it up for Daniel, y'all.
Oropéndulas en español, orioles in English, a migratory bird with black feathers and an orange chest. They whistle, and in spring they spread their wings, called by love and longer days. They leave the tropic and Juan follows. Migratory patterns reflect environmental stimuli, maquilas, corruption, fruit companies. Honduras is such a beautiful country for tourists. Locals are forced to leave through the desert. Juan dreams of a better life. Awake, he can't fall asleep, riding the train. The beast, La Bestia, with its metal claws and metal teeth, tracks that will butcher and cauterize your meat. Tragedy rushing in like the river that's big to you, Rio Grande, and angry to us, Rio Bravo, where Juan kneels and prays for his daughters. He prays for his life, prays for the river to calm down. Sometimes, drowning despair, the river swallows him whole. Other times, he's washed into the shores of the promised land with 4 seasons to landscape: spring, summer, fall and winter, when bird watchers watch orioles fly south because of shorter days that only get longer for Juan, who has to bleed to leave the American dream as migrant watchers watch him. He blames everyone for the looks he gets. He blames the bad ones, and he sees them at work. He sees them at home. He sees the bad ones in the reflection of the mirror. The stereotype kills, and Juan goes by John now. No one struggles with his name anymore. Deceived, tricked, John lays brick for a wall so Juan can't come in. Juan is bad. John is good. And he will die, last name Doe, one of the good ones though. Orioles have two homes, migrants own none. And whether we stay or leave, whether we fly or swim, whether we change our names or not, it doesn't matter. Our traditions, our ancestors, our children drown.
Then what nest can we find you, Daniel? You go talk to him after the show. All right, he's over there perched. Give it up for Daniel, y'all. Excellent work. Heck yeah. Okay. On deck, we got I.J the Jumpman. Stay jumping. You here. Come to the stage. Give it up for Poetic Boy D, y'all. Yes. Yes. We love it. All my friends are here. This is so fun.
Hi, everybody. I'm very tired. So when he was like, "You have my mic," I'm like, "I'm tired, man." You know. But shout out to the feature. Make some noise for Court one more time, y'all. All right, let's do this. My name is Poetic Boy D. And I'm addicted to saving people. I'm addicted to solving problems. I'm addicted to solving problems even when I didn't cause them. I have a problem. And I have a problem with this problem that I have because it's probably the reason I am the way I am. My problem is putting everyone before me. That's why I'm here. See, on my way to this meeting, it started happening when I thought that it was done. Finally getting ready to do something for myself, but I started thinking of my loved ones. See, I think of my loved ones more than they know. So some of them in this room, and it's now more than they knew. Just imagine being so close to letting go, but you can't because you're the one they hold on to. Let me warn you. This is as honest as you'll ever hear me be. Just imagine rolling up the window because she's cold while you're struggling to breathe. When a little bit of fresh air is all that you need. I keep telling myself, do whatever it takes to help the homie. Homie need love. Homie needs sleep. Homie need to eat. Homie need to stop going to shows 7 days a week. Homie need to learn when to leave. Homie need to learn that self-love is a thing. Homie need to learn priorities. Keep telling myself to do whatever it takes to help the homie, but can't tell myself that I'm the homie. Homie is me. Sometimes I need someone to hold me, but I keep on finding ways to take on battles that aren't even mine. I'm only here so one of you can stop me from losing my mind. See, if it's one time, I lost my shit. Anxiety thought it was okay to attack my friend. I literally wanted to rip him to pieces, rip him apart, run up on him in the most darkest places and let that nigga know how it feels to actually be anxious. I have a problem. Every emotion I feel is multiplied by 10. I've been standing here forever and don't even know where to begin. For every situation I'm in, feels like it'll never end. And I'm sorry. I know other people need to come up here. I know other people need help. I know other people have concerns about their mental health, but damn, there I go again, putting other people before myself. My name is Poetic Boy D. And I'm addicted to saving people. I'm addicted to solving problems. I'm addicted to solving problems even when I didn't cause them. I have a problem. And I have a problem with this problem that I have because it's probably the reason I am the way I am. My problem is putting everyone before me. So for all of you before me and all who may adore me, if there's anything you could do for me, it's always be honest with yourself. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? Before I go, if you would like to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at Poetic Boy _D, Poetic Boy _D. Two more things before I go. I am the host of an open mic in Harlem called the Harlem Bomb Shelter. Make some noise for that. You know what I'm saying? It's every fourth Thursday, so we'll be there tomorrow. You know. And before I go, I have books with me. If anyone's like that poem and you want to read a book that might be as good as that one, check me out. Thank y'all.
How much is it?
It's only $20.
Only $20. It's like $20. It's like $20. Give it up for Poetic Boy D, y'all. Oh, so good. Thank you for coming to my open mic, pal. This is the community right here. We're here. On deck, we got Habib. Where are you? That was scary. He's like, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, give it up for our next performer, I.J the Jumpman, y'all. He's coming. Goddamn. Okay. He's also very tall. I can do this. Beep. Beep. Come closer, please.
I'm going. Jesus. Closer. I'm basically eating the mic. Pause. Big pause on that. Thank you, Brian. How are we doing tonight? I call this poem Anxiety. How did I get here? I don't know. I was just in the back row a second ago. How did play go beyond the X's and O's? Bro, if I was Curry, though, I'd throw this dose from the logo. Logically, of course, that's the course of action. That's why they call it logos. By now, I already know the way that the heat goes. But when it gets cold, I got a bold deceit, though. My mindset, I'm good about holding deceitful. I barely ever win. I'll keep the sound of defeat for you to smell. I can tell that ain't smelling sweet, though. But I still get up. I didn't hear no bell. But if I had $1 for every time I fell, maybe I'd be well off, but it wouldn't feel swell. Do you know what it feels like to struggle mentally? To constantly plead for some brief mercy? When I smile, you'll see the pain through my teeth. That's why I don't beam no more, so you don't see me bleed. Feels like I'm stuck in an open sea, but I'm allergic to shellfish, have to flee. But it feels like a flea's constantly biting me as my esophagus squeezes, it's getting harder to breathe. My breath calls out to the infinity. Anxiety is real, they said I was faking. Wake up, you're normal, it's the TV you taking. Ashamed, the way that the pain is taking a toll on me. And to the outside it's escaping. My throat has tightened and my hands are shaking. The voice is getting louder to the outside it's making. It's where they want me to say what they're saying. Ah! Have you tried covering your ears? Don't. It's a paradox. We cover our ears to block out what we hear on the outside, but just like a rearview mirror, objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. Grumbling, rumbling, not really tumbling. My stomach sours when my sanity starts fumbling. Ain't shit sweet when the cookie starts crumbling. The taste is tart when I uncover my ears and start stumbling. Do you know what it feels like to be left unchecked? To have no one check on you or give you respect? To send a text that says help and get left on red? To go to bed every night with thoughts left unsaid? You want to cry, but your eyes are dry. I tried it again. What did I find? I'm like the Nile. Waterworks every once in a while. I'm in denial. This shouldn't be my trial. But this decision is final. I'm stuck with this vinyl. Drop the needle and crank the volume up loud, but I can't see or hear through all these dark clouds. The thoughts in my head are very much vivid. It's uncomfortable to even say I'm not tripping. The kicking in my pistons, they thought I was Pippin or something. But I do know one thing. Everything in life is stretching me thin, and I have to stress just one question. What will it take for me to win this war within my mind? I have to keep a steady hand, give it time, and in time, I'll get back the life that was mine. And the one thing that I now know keeps true is that I hold more power over myself than I think I do. Stay jumping. You can find me on Instagram at I.J.Jumpman.
He jumping. Excellent piece, Jumpman. Thank you so much. Hashtag stay jumping. Throw that in the chat, please. On deck, we got D-Rod the poet. D-Rod, where you at? There you are, behind the pillar. Give it up, everybody, for our next performer. Habib, y'all, yes. I'm here for you, baby. Yes.
My boy. Let go.
Take off.
Oh, shit. All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Habib Bello. I got some poetry here today for you guys. This one is on the lighter side. We're going to be talking about love today. If love was a present, then every Christmas I would, disappointed. Like God, all I want for Christmas is you. All I want for the new year is you. For tomorrow is you. All I want today is to see you. I want you to walk through those doors with a light so bright I forget the words to this poem. Just so I could say my conscience fell for you before my right knee ever did. I tell my friends, it's not that I'm not ready for love. I believe love's not ready for me. See, I'm ready for you to change my life. Retire my player ways, make you my wife. Have a wonderful life where days feel like seconds and seconds have wings. So we can say time flies when we're having fun. I want you to be the first one to tell me the truth. A pioneer of keeping it real. Like if I dyed my hair red and everyone said it looked good, you say, nah, baby, that's ugly. And we both know the delivery's off. But that's your way of saying, I just want you looking your best. Like if we were arguing and I had some leftover spinach in my smile, you say, trust me, I'm listening, but you got a little something in your teeth. And that's just your way of saying, even when we are arguing, I just want you looking your best. All I want is for you to be my daily Valentine. Take Cupid's arrow and bend it into a boomerang. I want love like how the boomers think. Because if loving you is a blue-collar job, my affection works around the clock. I promise I will never take a day off. I want our love to resemble one of those keep your hand on the car competitions. I'd stay there day and night just as an excuse to keep my hands on you. I would never put my hands on you. I've seen how a single wave can sink a relationship, and I don't surf. And your name ain't Aaliyah, so there's no need for me to rock the boat. I just want our hugs to feel like life jackets. So even if we grow tired of each other, our love will always flow. I want you to turn my world upside down, uproot my life, break down the stubborn stems I've been guarding. We haven't met yet, but for you, I want to be a better man. Scratch that. For you, I want to be the best man a wedding could ever groom. They asked me, why are you so passionate about love? I asked them, do you remember the first time someone looked you in the eyes and said, you are enough? That look, when someone convinces you to trust, fall in love with their presence, forget Christmas. I just want to gift that feeling to you, so until I can address this love poem properly, I'll just hang another stocking. For you. Thank you guys for having me tonight. I wouldn't be me if I don't introduce myself again, so allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Habib Bello, H-A-B-I-B, Habib Bello, Bello, spell like hello, but with a B. So if you guys want to find me on Instagram, it's my name, HABIBBELLO_, and y'all have a great rest of your night. Oh, if y'all want to find me, I'm going to be at Harlem Bomb Shelter tomorrow as their Fresh Face feature. So we're going to hold it down there. And then I'll be at Final Friday with Court and Daniel and them holding it down. And Brian will be there too. So have a great night, y'all.
Give it up for me, Bello. H-I-B-L-B-B-B-B-B-B-B. Yes. He wrote that poem for me, by the way. So sweet. Thank you so much. He getting some tonight. All right. So, all right. I think we have a little time for like a second round with a couple of people. All right, but let's get through this last bit of the first round. Give it up for D-Rod, y'all. Yes, D-Rod.
Hello. New York native, lives in Florida, here visiting family in hospitals and stuff, so poetry. In her deepest recollections, she remembers a phantom that used to pick her up as if she were weightless, hold her in a zero-G embrace, and tilt her axis, rocking back and forth. His deep voice resonates as he calls her his princess and tells her she is the most beautiful girl in the world. His face she can no longer see, but she remembers the prickly tickle of a 5 o'clock shadow against her cheek and the beard she gripped with the smallest of hands, but she's grown up now. No longer does she look under the bed for boogeymen or in closets for monsters. No longer does she look to a front door for a phantom apparition to appear, take away gravity, and let her pull his beard with the smallest of hands. No, she's come to grips with his absence. The few and far between thoughts of him now mnemonically merge with memories of waiting in lines with mommy for Section 8 and food stamps, waiting rooms in courthouses during child support cases and custody hearings. You see, daddy only remains framed behind a picture of her and him that only came out during the weekend visitations, but since he doesn't come around anymore, the picture has been relegated to the back of the bottom shelf. Covered in a cloak of dust, its image as cloudy as her memory. You see, mama's subsequent boyfriends never bothered to try the father figure role. Some even tried her, so she figured, why bother? Fathers come a dime a dozen, or for moments of nothing but give nothing in the end, so she won't pretend. Fuck a father. They're nothing more than men. X and Y chromosomes that just happen to spit sperm, that just happen to find their way to the fallopian. They bust with the best of intentions, but they come to the conclusion they wasn't right, real, ready, or able to handle the coming responsibility. So after ejaculation, they eject themselves from the situation. Mama said this would happen. Mama said that's what they do. And mama's been telling baby girl this ever since she was 2, right after the last move. Men ain't no good. More like good for nothing was something she heard quite often. So baby girl remembers when she goes marching off to work, you see she twerks at strip clubs, but she ain't no hoe. She just knows that adding accents of her classical dance training to her act allows her to attain the equivalent of a car payment every other hour. She makes moves, moving with elegance, strength, style, and raw power. I mean, hell, even other women stop to watch her. She makes moves. Mastering the artistry of marketing, this moving mogul has gone global. She books more trips than orbits. But when it comes to a relationship, she lays sick. Couldn't see a good man standing in front of her, not even if she had LASIK. And then she took the trip to Vegas. Booked for a bachelor party. She even brought her own pole. She captured the entire room just from her stroll. She started her routine like so many times before, but when she got to the part where she says, "Do you like it, Daddy?" for the first time, she heard no. A late arrival now stepped to the floor. She couldn't place the face, but she knows she's heard that voice before, and he wrapped her in his arms and covered her with his coat and said in the deepest of voices, "Baby girl, I didn't know. Your mother said if she couldn't have me, then I couldn't have you, and that's why you had to go. They told me to be patient, try and fight it through the courts. I mean, I wanted custody of you ever since you turned 4, but by then, you and your mother was gone, and every day since, I wish I would have did more." And then she felt it. The constriction of his embrace, and against her face, the familiar tickle of a 5 o'clock shadow. Instinctively, she reached out for his beard. And at the same time, the pain of the last 20 years, it swelled and fell in a river of tears. You see, baby girl was lost, but now was found by what it was she was looking for. And yes, a single parent can raise the child, but sometimes our children, they need more than child support from a check. They need guidance. And see, fathers are required to show our sons how to be real men and to show our daughters how to find them. Poem. You can follow me at DRodPoet, DRODPOET on IG if you want to follow me. But more importantly, please follow Poetry Is WMNF. It's a radio show that we do out of Tampa Bay, Florida, but we broadcast online, so it is literally worldwide. We're going into our 21st year, and we are so proud to be the only spoken word radio show in the entire state of Florida. And all we want to do is play dope poetry. We don't charge for submissions, so if you are interested, please let me know. Thank you guys so much.
Give it up for D-Rod, y'all.
Give it up for your host.
Oh, ask him to do a poem. He will do it. Thank you so much. Okay. I think we have time for 2 more performers. Okay, so raise your hands. I'll try to pick them randomly. I will do it randomly. All right, at the count of 3, raise your hands. 3, 2, 1. Sonderbat. Anyone else? Heather. So we'll do people that I've never seen before as well. Heather, there's your name, right? Okay. You were raising your hand, right, and not stretching? Okay, cool. All right, so we'll do Sonderbat first. On deck, we got Heather. Give it up for Sonderbat, y'all. Yes! And it's going to be a 3-minute poem. Do your thing. Get your clip on. The cameras are watching.
All right. I told myself these words. I'm the only one that can save me. You're gone. Now I know what that means because no matter how far I stretch my limbs, you're never close to my reach. Is that what you meant when you said, Manuel? You're the only one that can save you. No. Instead, I am shackled with all these memories that bound me to my feet. I try to move, but my world quicksands to my knees. I try to run faster to set my soul out free, but one of my running days are over. This wonder has me so perplexed. You gave up on us because my life was too complex, and all I have are those rainy days when you left, and I still will choose you. Baby, I still will choose you. Because I meant what I said. This 4-letter word has more value to me than it's less. I love you. Baby, I love you. I meant what I said. No. Don't go. Take this instead, this ring, this gift, this piece you regret. I'll shine it up for you so it's well prepped, so when you come back to me, this love is here just like you haven't left it, waiting. As the time ticks, tickling me to death, trying to laugh it all away. But I feel my happiness die with each breath, so I'll wait. I'll wait in that dark room, holding on to that pillow with your scent is the only reminder that I have that this love was real. This love was real. You were here. But then you left. Poem. Thank you.
He'll be here as we file out of here. But before we wrap this up, give it up for Heather, y'all. Yes!
It was awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much. This is called Tempter My Devil. You fed me melon-soft kisses, words laced with buttercream and cocoa, promise of purple-kneed boughs. Tempter, I loved you, and I do. Not much of me is left, but more than the substance of you, who with or without your feast remains a ravenous, consuming stomach. What is resistance but another kind of surrender, release? The wilderness cries out, and flowers fall, and dry grass collapses to the flame. Psalms fly out of your mouth and die on the fall to the dust. Coal bleeds my tongue a fiery furnace, yet I speak, tempt me. You thought you could do it with angels, with bread, with words from heaven. I am already lost to a true tyranny. God's madness coughs blood, my bones are a lung. You tempted me because I let you, friend, and left already. There is nothing here but a desert eating water. You know who I am, what I offer, how I could tempt you.
Love it. Powerful poetry tonight at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe Wednesday night open mic. Thank you so much, Heather, and all the performers today. All right, goodbye. No, not yet, chat. Don't go anywhere. As your dutiful host, that's a big word for Alma. Dutiful. I took some notes. I know a lot of you folks left already. Goodbye. All right. Mr. I do over there. But I did take some notes. I was listening. I was back there tapping away. Some lines stuck out. And here are those lines going in order from beginning to end. Heather, there you are. That's some great poetry tonight. Thank you so much for sharing. Seriously. New face here. Hope you come back. My mother's father can't speak. My mother can't speak. My mother cries at the door as if she's the other side. My mother's father is the door. Something like that. So, sorry if I butcher this, but come on, these lines. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah, you can chew on these lines. I love them so much. I've seen the night, each and every small shard. Something like that. I've told the God of hell and heaven, I buried the last man. Here's my hand. Take it. Bars. Thank you so much, Heather. Come on, Heather. Hell yeah. And then she was like, I was obsessed with death. Still kind of am. Some character. Love it so much. Thank you. Maxwell came up and talking about still living in the brain of a thug. Right? Home with the scandalous Castle Heights, Los Angeles. But that was a lovely poem. Seriously, really powerful, strong conviction, and believer of faith, right? I got grace from him, so I'll never turn my face from him. All right? Onto a calmer state. It's great to be at peace now. I caught that. On the narrow road, eager to bear the tolls. I mean, these are bars. There's so many more bars. Come around more. So let's hear them, okay? All right. Oh, yes. Before we continue, we got to thank each performer. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Maxwell. And Dan. Dan left. Is he still here? Bidet, benight. That's what I caught. That's what I wrote. Bidet, midnight. Toilet emoji in the chat. My body's a temple. I don't go to that often. When a tennis player retires, are they Wimbledon? Done? Wimbledon? I caught it. I caught that. When are you gonna write a poem for us, Dan? I'd love to hear that shit. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. Ave Maria. You're still here, right? Here's the notes I got for you. A couple, not that many. Because we're talking some shit. Some real truth. I can't wait to hear that if you slam it. Men that have experienced abuse are 3 times more likely to become abusers. Clock it, Chad. These are facts. Thank you for communicating that. If I didn't know any better, masculinity was fragile. Clock it, Chad. Thank you so much for sharing it. Okay? Go back in the timeline and hear all these poets do their thing. Sonderbat. So many poems tonight from you. The homelessness one. I know homelessness too well. Will they ever find me sleeping in my car under the stars while 800,000 of us sleep? There's more. America, we are losing singers, artists, writers to these streets. This American dream isn't worth living. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for communicating. Elisha. Elisha still here? Oh, there you go. I mean, I gotta be Brian. Motherfucker. Such a word. There's some lines that I caught from you. Such a word that holds so much power. You talking about love here, right? Yeah. All I feel is the nerves within shaking, beginning with each finger. I'm leaving the same broken parts that piece together that half of me. Will you love me? Yes, I will. I do. I'll be your Valentine. Take it easy, Elisha. Habib's got me. All right. Alessandra, get in line. I love that. Thank you. Thank you, Elisha. Okay. And then Alessandra, are you still here? Or did they leave? I think they left. I love this piece. Oh, right. She exclaims, children are full of dreams and aspirations, a woman in recovery. Now here she is sitting in front of me. Oh. There are signs of hope and inspiration. Little does she know, so is she. Oh, that was good. Thank you, Alessandra, if you're watching this. Court's still here. I've heard a lot of those pieces. You do slam with them, but the Judas piece was good. Even Judas sat at the table of Jesus. I'd host these dinner parties, didn't know these feasts would feature fractures of my soul. Yum, yum, yum. I love it. You can chew on this shit. I don't know. I like lyrics. I like words, and I like when people tell the truth, right? I don't know what I would do if I had to experience these milestones without your mom. That was a lovely piece. And I got to experience your mom. Hold on, pause. I got to... Hey. Chill. I got to experience her mom watch her do poetry for the first time at the Slam. It was beautiful. There was an embrace at the end. Oh, mother wound. Help. All right. I love that. Thank you. Then Paul Skiff pulled up after you. Right, with that piece about Renee Good. Bravery is an individual act. Bravery is an individual act. She blocked the streets so the United fucking States of America would have what remains of their decency preserved. federal murder, federal assassination, federal execution, and their daddies are the aliens. America, the gangster clown death factory. Her name was good. Truth is the undeniable fact of that coincidence. Do good, y'all. Thank you, Paul. And thank you, Court. Forgot that. Okay. Sheila. Is Sheila still here? I can see your coat. There you are. My life is precarious at best. Find it in my shoulders are starting to sag. Got bruises under my eyes. Battle scars on my teeth. Something around your teeth. I don't belong here. Everything I've ever longed for. I hope in the next life, I hope I'm a bird. But thank you for flying to us. And thanks for still being here. All right. Come back. Thank you, Sheila. Romney. Oh, my brother. I think we're cousins. Mr. I Do, right? I think we might be. You've left. The sonnets came and it echoed so loud. When I made my vows, they were anchored in my honesty. To Mr. I Do, fuck you. I hope that motherfucker sends it off to the ex. My gosh, Daniel, I love that piece. Never heard that one about the birds. Right? The stereotype kills. Juan is John now. Juan is bad. John is good. He will die. Last name Doe. Come on, dog. Come on, bars. I need to hear that more. Thank you, Daniel. Bird emoji in the chat. Poetic Boy D. Are you still here? Love that piece. Addicted to saving people. Addicted to solving problems even when I didn't make them or something. Right? Cause them. Right? Imagine rolling up the window while she's cold and you're struggling to breathe. I've been there. My problem is putting everyone before me. I've been there. If there's anything to do for me is to be honest with yourself and don't be afraid to ask for help. Thank you so much. Thank you, Poetic Boy D. I don't hear enough. All right, I.J. Jumpman, anxiety. These lines. My breath calls out to the infinity. Ain't shit sweet when the cookie starts crumbling. Life is stretching me thin. What will it take for me to win this war within? Oh, I.J. Jay, stay jumping. We need a drink. We need a drink after this. Quell that anxiety. Habib, are you still here? All I want for you is to be my daily Valentine. If loving you is blue... sorry. He didn't say it like that. Can I do a Habib? Can I do a Habib? If loving you... If loving you... This is racist a little bit. Sorry, I can't do it. No, he said if loving you is a blue-collar job, my affection is around the clock, chat. For you, I want to be a better man. For you, I want to be the best man a wedding can ever groom. Oh, I do. Don't tell her. Ring's on the way. Oh, man. And our last performer, D-Rod, you still here? Came all this way. Thank you for braving traffic. And I love that last bit. A single parent can raise a child, but they need more. They need guidance. Fathers are required to show our sons to be a real man and our daughters how to find them. Thank you so much. Thank you, Habib. Thank you, D-Rod. Thank you, I.J. And thank you, audience, for coming to another Nuyorican Poets Cafe Wednesday night open mic. My name is Brian the Motel Guy, also known as Brian Acosta Arya. Find me on the internet. Go be kind to somebody, but of course, be kind to yourselves. Bye.